everyone to Hogwarts Mystery. Let's continue with the story. Free your friends. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, no frozen. Oh yeah. Let me just quickly do this. Do. Incendio, buddy boy. You okay, Bill? I'm fine, Docus. Let's save Penny. Incendio, baby. Thanks, Docus. I can't believe we did it. Now it's time to see what's inside the Coast Vault. Ooh, let's take a look around. Oh, this is it. Absolutely amazing. There's something strange about this column. Maybe there's something inside. Oh! It's a book. Book and a broken wand. Not exactly the treasure I was hoping for. Maybe there are clues. Find the other 4 vault stalkers. Find my mom. Find my room. Your room, I don't understand. You can't let her get there first, hurry. Snap out of it. Where is he? Who? I heard a voice telling me to find the other vaults. My brother's voice. You must think I'm mad like him. I believe you. So do I could believe anything after this. What did he say? He said I need to find his room and that there are 4 more vaults and we have to find them before her. This just keeps getting stranger. It has to be his wand. I have to take it. What does the book say? Nothing. It's just scribbles and drawings by an artist who appears to have been quite mad. Do you think it's a clue to the location of the next Coast Vault? All I know is we need to get out of here before we get caught. You're alright. We can talk more when we are out of this corridor and work out how to find the next Coast Vault. Aww. Alright, if that's like that, let's go meet Hagrid at his hut. If that's gonna take 8 hours, god damn. Let's go meet Hagrid. Let's go meet Hagrid. If it would load, then we can meet Hagrid. There we go. Hello, Haggis. There you are, Docus. I've got something interesting to show you. What is it, Hagrid? Feast your eyes on this little troublemaker. It's been hiding in a redwood box of mine since I brought it here. But I just loaded it out with a bit of old food. What does it even eat? It's a bowl of truckle. This one's quite special, I think. You don't see many bowl truckles with an eye patch. Where did you find it? I was in Hogsmeade the other day, and I caught it trying to open the trunk. Blimey, Is that typical bowtruckle behavior? Normally, bowtruckles keep to themselves, living crime-free lives and want quality trees of their choosing, but the long needle-like fingers make them well suited for picking locks. So some are captured and raised by roguish types, thieves, and whatnot. They never see any trees there at all. This one must have made a great lock pick. Its fingers seem particularly long. You're right. In fact, I've been calling it needle fingers. So far, it's the only thing we can agree on. It seems a bit untrusting. That would make sense given the life it's probably had. Thieves aren't often kind to bowtruckles, and they usually abandon them once they are done with them. Still, I've got a soft spot for outcasts, so I think Needle Fingers is adorable. But what about what do you think about Needle Fingers? I think it's quite cute, Haggard. Our mission will be easier if we both have a certain affection for Needle Fingers. But if a bowtruckle lives on its own for too long, it can start to develop antisocial habits. Try to integrate it into a colony after that, and it will be disastrous. Does that mean Needle Fingers may never have a home? We may still have time to teach it to interact with other bowtruckles in a healthy way. The only problem is, what is it, Haggard? Well, I tried to show Needle Fingers some nice trees near the colony on the reserve, and it got quite angry. And if I do anything other than feed it, Needle Fingers starts getting pointy. I think it's a bit unhappy with me and untrusting of people in general. Since you're quite good with magical creatures, I thought you may be able to help me. But how should I start? Perhaps you could start by talking to Needle Fingers. If it takes a liking to you, it may open up a bit. I'll talk to Needle Fingers and see if I can make any headway. Let's speed this along. Alright, sped that along. Oh, it closed himself. I didn't fare much better than you, Haggard. It's quite antisocial. In fact, it seems like it to like hiding in that box more than talking to us. Is one quality redwood, so we know there's some bowtruckle left in our pile. But I'm afraid you might be right, Docus. We need to figure out how to get through to Needle Fingers, but we need to take it slow. Trust people, perhaps time with another bowtruckle could help. Not the whole colony just yet, of course, but we could start with one and see how that goes. I like the sound of that. Perhaps you could do in the forest where there are lots of trees that should make the bowtruckles comfortable. If you befriend another bowtruckle, you can introduce the two while I look for Needle Fingers past a bit. Just don't let Needle Fingers out of your sight. We are not sure what it's capable of just yet. We'll head to the forest next, where we can safely stage our bowtruckle play date. Unlock bowtruckle. Okay, thank you. Alright, so now let's go report to McGonagall. Professor McGonagall. Professor McGonagall? You wanted to see me, Professor? This is not the first appearance of Cursed Ace at Hogwarts, Mr. Dane. This is also not the first time it has suddenly disappeared. It's gone? Like the previous instance, it seems to have appeared when someone tampered with the cursed vault and disappeared when the door was open. I'm sure you can guess who was responsible for opening the door the last time. My brother. We don't yet understand how the vault reappeared or who first tampered with it this time. Truth be told, there is still much we don't understand about the closed vaults. I don't bother asking if you were responsible. You are the only student who has shown the interest, recklessness, and talent to do such a thing. We have discovered evidence of your involvement, so I'll be taking 50 points from Gryffindor. Thankfully, you're on a proficient you're on as proficient as hiding evidence as your friend Mr. Cooper. Something tells me if he had been with you, we would have never known you were there. Professor Dumbledore will see you now to determine the full extent of your punishment. Ace the Mace. So, is that supposed to mean I was supposed to take Mr. Cooper with me instead of Penny? Well, Dumbledore, my G, what's up? Professor, I will be with you in a moment, Darkus. I'm sure you can understand why I have pressing matters to address. Alright. Finish that. There, now that's finished. What were you waiting? Questions that I hope will finally provide some answers. You want to see me? It would appear that you discovered the source of the mysterious Coast Ace. You revealed the vanished staircase, explored long-forgotten corridors out of the school, and broke an ancient curse on a vault that many refuse to believe existed despite overwhelming evidence. Sorry I entered the vault without telling anyone, but I saw the same ace in my vision. I heard my brother's voice. Like the one you described are very rare indeed. You may ask yourself whether what you perceived is something else entirely. Is there anything you would like to say for yourself? What are the vaults? Who created the closed vaults and why? There are many theories. Some say they were crafted by one of the founders. Others say they were built by a paranoid headmaster. As far as why, most of the speculation is too dangerous and implausible to indulge until we know the truth. I've been attempting to locate someone who may have the answers. I'm awarding you 50 points for your heroism and breaking the curse, and once again ridding Hogwarts of the Curse Ace. That's incredible. Thank you, Professor. Thank me by leaving the source of your brother for you, the search for your brother and the remaining curse vaults to me. We will talk again at the end of your third year, and I would like to discuss something besides curses and your frequent misbehavior. I don't think I'll leave that matter to you. I think I'll continue my search. But that's just me. Gather in the Great Hall, the final end of the second year, finally. I've had not a lot of time. Because I've been playing other games and working and whatnot. But it's finally here. Another year gone. This year has been more difficult than most, but I want to thank all of you for showing great courage and resilience through it. My hope is that next year we will be equally thrilling, but far less dangerous. Enough about next year. It's time to award the winner of this year's House Cup. Fourth place Hufflepuff with 1,190 points. Third place Gryffindor, Ravenclaw with 1,196. Second place Slytherin has 1,198, and with 2,686 points, Gryffindor blew them out of the water, buddy. Congratulations, Gryffindor, this year's winner of the House Cup. We won the House Cup with Darkos. It's all thanks to you. Boom. Please enjoy this delicious feast and enjoy your summer. You two complete. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. The coast ice melts into the waters of the pass as the September sun shines on Hogwarts once again. New privileges, new friends, and new dangers awaits. Gather in the Great Hall. I was sorted into Hufflepuff. You think you are a hero? I think you are nothing but a troublemaker. Me and Mrs. Norris will be watching you. Good evening, Miss Dane. Hope you are excited for herbology this year. Oh, sick! We got herbology. It's great to see you. How was your summer holidays? Difficult, honestly. The Daily Prophet reported what happened with the Coast Vault last year, so my mom knows everything. She hopes I'll find out what happened to my brother, but she's afraid I'll end up missing too. We won't let that happen. Thanks, I'm just glad to be back at Hogwarts with all of you so we can try to find the next vault. Have you thought about the book and broken wand you found? Are you joking? I haven't let go of them since I left. I just wish I could figure out what they are for. I did a lot of research for the past couple of months and have some theories. We can discuss them after Dumbledore's speech. Is Dumbledore going to punish us for investigating the vaults? I don't think so. He asked me to stay away from them, but he wasn't upset. That's a relief. It looks like he was about to speak. We had better take our seats. Boom. Welcome back to Hogwarts. I'm pleased to have all of you new and returning students here for another year of magical learning and self-discovery. Of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention the rampant in the room. As many of you know, last year Hogwarts was afflicted with coast ice caused by one of the long-rumored coast vaults. The coast was released by someone attempting to enter a vault, so I am ordering everyone in this room to stay away from the rest. It's said that tampering with each vault unleashes a unique curse, and I will not have my students and faculty endangered again. It is true that the students who opened the coast vault broke the curse and saved the school. It is also true that they put all of us at risk by doing so. Students are absolutely forbidden from seeking the remaining vaults. The penalty for anyone caught doing so will be severe, especially so for repeat offenders. It is the staff's responsibility to take care of the situation and ensure that Hogwarts is safe for everyone. So one more, do not attempt to locate and enter the coast vaults. My apologies. I hope that temporarily damaging your eardrums has saved you from more permanent harm. Now please enjoy your feast. I have had the opportunity to sample this used pumpkin tart, and it's particularly tasty. So much for Dumbledore not being upset. Do you think he knows that I was there, or are we going to get detention? What should we do? Find the next vault. So I can find my brother. I realize it's reckless and irrational, but I was actually hoping you would say that. Let's just focus on our classes until we figure out what to do next. Yeah, Dumbledore, come on, you can't really believe we're just not gonna do nothing. So continuing, let's introduce the Bowtruckles. Introduce the Bowtruckles. Sorry you're late for the Bowtruckles playdate, Darkles, But we are so excited to introduce Bowtruckle to a new friend, and we can't wait to meet Needlefingers. We? Mula? Slow down, Hayward. Blimey, even the way you walk is annoying. You brought Mula? Of course, you said Needlefingers was a bit antisocial, so I thought perhaps Mula could offer some insight. She took some convincing, however. What are you talking about, Hayward? Once you said Needlefingers could pick locks, I knew I had to meet the little friend. Don't get any big ideas. We are here to introduce Bowtruckle to Needlefingers, and that's it. Hopefully meeting another Bowtruckle will help Needlefingers open up a bit. Fine, whatever. Now let's see the infamous Needlefingers. Unfortunately, it's still hiding in this box. It won't come out. Even Hugh, surrounded by all these beautiful trees, prefers to hide in a box. How odd. That's sort of its thing. But perhaps if Bowtruckle approaches Needlefingers, we'll get curious. That's a brilliant idea. Needlefingers will surely want to say hello to a new friend. Go on, Bowtruckle, go on. Go say hello and let's see what happens. Let's see if alright. Needlefingers is coming out. Evoked coming out. I'm sure they are going to be the best of friends. He's going to smack him up or something. We have done it. That wasn't too hard. Yep, told you. Smacked him up. Oh my. That didn't work at all. It looks like... Oh, I like this Needlefingers. It's alright, Bowtruckle. You are safe now. It seems Needlefingers doesn't have any interest in socializing, but it clearly loves that box. Perhaps it's protecting it, or perhaps it doesn't look like the look of Bowtruckle. The truth is, we don't know enough about Needlefingers to understand why it's acting in this way. If we are going to help it, we may need to learn what makes a Bowtruckle tick. If learning what we need to do, I know just the place. It's time to hit the library and study up on Bowtruckle. Exactly. The better we understand them, the easier it will be to get through to Needlefingers. Perhaps I can keep an eye on our little friend while the two of you are busy reading. I don't think so, Mula. Hagrid put me in charge of Needlefingers. I'm the only one who should keep an eye on it for now. Suit yourself. But if you are taking the little scoundrel to the library with you, I had better help you keep an eye on it. Don't want Needlefingers getting into any trouble. Madam Pince would banish you both. I'm sure Needlefingers will keep his needles to himself. Or at least I hope so. If its past behavior taught us anything, Needlefingers will likely just stay in its box. So let's head to the library to study Bowtruckles. Okay, there you go. Study Bowtruckles. Boop. Perhaps it's time for a snack. I cannot handle any surprises today. I have been simply drowned in studies lately. There you two have gone ahead and pulled every book I could with information on Bowtruckles. Thanks, Penny. Hopefully we can learn something that will help us get through to Needlefingers. The longer it spends away from other Bowtruckles, the harder it will be to introduce it to Hagrid's colony. Speaking of Needlefingers, perhaps I had Better check on it and see how it's doing. Hasn't left its box since the disastrous playdate with Bullchuckle. Then perhaps if I held it, I could coax the little creature out. I'll hold on to Needlefingers for now. Attachment to that box could be an important clue as to what makes it tick. You're at Penny, where we have a lot of research to do before we can say anything definitive. The more we know about Bullchuckles, the better we will be able to understand Needlefingers, so let's get reading. Oh, we can speed do this, can't we? Boom, we sped through that one. According to this, Bullchuckles prefer to live in the finest wand quality trees, and they are violently protective of them. They also love to eat wood lice. I bet you have never even tried a wood loose. If Bullchuckles are so protective of the trees they live in, perhaps that explains Needlefinger's behavior. Hagrid did say that box is made of wand quality redwood. If Needlefingers was raised by thieves, that box could be the only wand quality wood it's ever lived in. How sad. It's fighting to protect the only real home it's ever known. Well, that's some theory you two have got there, but it doesn't explain this. Has run off and abandoned his box. Did you see where he went? Your guess is as good as mine. You two were yammering on. I stole a glance at the box and Needlefingers was gone. It couldn't have gotten far. You're right, perhaps we can find it before there's trouble.
Ugh.
You mean like that kind of trouble?
Ugh.
I just found this nosy little bug trying to pick the locks on my desk. That's grounds for expulsion. Did you bring this creature into the library? Yes, but I can explain. Hagrid put me in charge of it. I only brought it into the library because I thought it would stay in its box. I never meant for it to break into your desk. That's exactly the behavior we were here to connect. I can vouch for Needlefingers that it just got confused is all. I appreciate your honesty, and I suppose I can forego expulsion this time. But you and your tricky friend must leave this my library at once. That was close. We had better hurry up and get Needlefingers out of the library before Prince comes back. Having completed our research, we learn enough to make our next move. Left its box to break into Madam Prince's desk, so it's clearly interested in more than home protection. I suppose use of being carefully trained by expert thieves will do a number on anyone. First Hagrid's trunk, then Madam Prince's desk. It's clear Needlefingers was trained to hunt down locks and pick them no matter what's inside. And if Needlefingers was trained to do all of that, perhaps we can train it too. Or we could leave Needlefingers just as it is and embrace what makes it different. I'm not saying we need to change Needlefingers completely. I'm only saying that with a bit of guidance, perhaps we can train it to trust people a bit more. Then perhaps it can learn to behave around other Bullchuckles. That's how it will survive. It's clearly quite clever. I think you are right to try to train it. But we can get started right away. I know just the wizard to help us. Professor Kettlebone. Let's bring Needlefingers to the Care of Magical Creatures classroom. Thanks for agreeing to meet us, Professor Kettlebone. I admit I was quite curious to hear more about your new friend, Needlefingers, was it? Yes, we are hoping you can help us train it to trust people and get along with other Bullchuckles.
Oh!
If it's clever enough, I'm sure we can train it to do all manner of things. To start, perhaps we could train it to come out of its box every once in a while. It's a bit shy, is it? Perhaps you can tell me a bit more about your friend. Then we'll see about lowering it out of its cozy resting place. Of course, Needlefingers is a bowtruckle Hagrid found in Hogsmeade. We suspect it was raised by thieves. That's not unheard of, though you hate to see it. Has an eye patch too, and a winning attitude, if you ask me. I love a good bit of patchwork. Grew up around people instead of other bowtruckles. He needs a bit of socializing. After that, we hope to introduce it to the colony on the reserve and finally give Needlefingers a home. You have suddenly got the right idea. Bowtruckle raised away from its colony won't survive long on its own. But you're in luck. I have just the thing to help us train your new friend here. Snacks. The right snack is the key to any creature's heart. But which snack will do? What is Bowtruckle's favorite food? We just read about that in the library book. You were paying attention. Clearly, Needlefingers likes woodlice. Yes, you are correct, Mr. Dane. No wonder Hagrid trusted you with such a recent rescue. And a good job studying. I admire your commitment to learning about magical creatures in your charge. Now let's get a book at Mr. What? Let's get a look at Mr. Fingers. As you can see, he's a bit untrusting around people. That's quite clear. Perhaps we have our work cut out for us. But I'm sure none of us are put off by a bit of work. I'll give you each a handful of woodlice, and let's begin our training session. Needlefingers seems to be responding well to the training. We have never gotten this close before. It's only a quick study. A lot of uses for that. It's progressing, but now it's time for the final test. Be careful. This didn't go well when we tried it with Bowtruckle. If Needlefingers hopes to survive in the Bowtruckle colony, it needs to learn to be with other Bowtruckles. Let's see how this goes, then we will know how far Needlefingers has come. It worked. Is learning to trust people and get along with other Bowtruckles. Like I told you, snacks. With just a few more sessions, I'd say Needlefingers may be ready to enter the colony on the reserve. Hagrid will be pleased. In fact, I should go tell him now. I'll just collect Needlefingers and hurry to tell Hagrid the good news. Ran off. And so has Miss Nine. Oh no. Was quite interested in Needlefingers' lockpicking abilities. If she's run off with it, it will only spell trouble for Needlefingers. I'd better find them before anything bad happens. God damn it. It's a letter from Hagrid. He can't already know Needlefingers is missing, can he? I'm not sure if he has sent an arrow. It must be quite important. The letter says exactly that. Hurry back to me hut. I've got to talk to you about Needlefingers. It's important. I'm not sure what that could mean, but you had better go and talk to Hagrid right away. You're right, Professor. I'll go to Hagrid's hut and talk to him. After that, I can track down Mueller and get Needlefingers back. Fucking Mueller, why did you even let her come with you? Well then, that's how it's gonna be. Let's confront Mueller for the threshold. You're working with thresholds. I'm so jealous. What we professors require a bit of fresh air from time to time. I think it's lovely that you are helping Hagrid. There you are, Darkus. Are you ready to change Mueller's mind about thresholds? I am now that I've had a bit of practice persuading my friends. Perhaps you'll even be able to use some of this technique I picked up during my practice in your speech. I'm sure I will. Thanks for coming up with the idea to practice me demonstration on Mueller, and also for agreeing to do it together. You're welcome, Hagrid. I've had plenty of experience debating with Mueller. I'm a bit worried though, what if we can't convince Mueller? It won't happen, Hagrid. You know just about everything there is to know about thresholds, which is why you'll be able to debunk every myth about with that Mueller or the Confederation has about them. You are prepared for this, just be confident and trust in yourself. That's just what I needed. I'm glad to hear it. Now let's go talk to Mueller. We need to talk. Is this about me running out on your little project? I told you I quit. I don't want to see that creepy horse anymore. Aren't creepy, they are just a bit different is all. Different is just a nice way of saying weird. All we want you to do is listen to what we have to say. Why should I? Because you owe it to the thresholds to give them a chance. Because we won't leave you alone until you do. And knowing you, you'll do it too. Fine, I'll listen to you and to Hagrid's speech, but don't expect me to change my mind. Oh wow, I got 300. Let's speed one this. Alright, sped one. You see, Mueller, thresholds aren't dangerous, just misunderstood. People assume based on the way they look and the connection to death that they are bad omens, but assuming a awful thing to do to anything, even a creature, especially on account of the fact that thresholds being evil couldn't be further from the truth. Besides, since when are you the type to worry about something like bad luck? I have to admit, you two made some sense than I thought you would. More sense than I thought you would. But I still don't want to be around any thresholds. You're too afraid. I'm not afraid. Then finish getting thresholds accustomed to strangers with me and Hagrid. Fine, but after that I'm done with all this nonsense. Never let it be said that I don't know how to work Mueller. We did it, Stalkers. We convinced Mueller to give thresholds another chance. You did most of the work, Hagrid. I just gave Mueller a little push. But the job isn't over. Mueller is still holding on to something that makes her hesitant about thresholds, but a good experience with a threshold might be enough to make her let go of it and see thresholds in a better light. In that case, I'd recommend you spend more time working with thresholds more before Mueller works with it. We wouldn't want thresholds to get spooked in front of her again, and Mueller could test even the most gentle threshold's patience. Reach max level. Alright, thank you for watching. Ooh, what? Yeah, thank you for watching.